Nothing like a good cup of coffee early in the morning. Good morning. Today, my sister and I are headed down to Tennessee to hike Big South Fork State Park. On the first day, we're going to hike the Honey Creek Loop Trail counterclockwise, which is suggested by a lot of people on all trails. It's about a 5-mile loop, and we're going to camp at the end where I have it circled in blue. On day 2, we're going to hike the connector trail down to the Burnt Mill Loop, or we'll just drive that section. And we're going to hike in just a little bit and drop our packs at one of the first campsites because we heard it's very pretty along the river. And then we're just going to hike the rest of the trail without our packs. Okay, let's finish walking the dog here, and then we'll go pick up my sister, drive 4.5 hours down to Tennessee, and hopefully be hiking by 11 o'clock. You can hear that water. It is. We just got here. It is 10:30 in the morning. It's probably about a 5-hour drive by the time we were done stopping.
Doing it justice.
No way. This is the Honey Creek Overlook. Turn around backwards here. We just came right down that path. The car is right at the top of that path. And we have no clue where we're going. We can't seem to find the actual trail. The overlook is right up there. We went down this. And then you
get video of you or anything.
Nope. And then now we're turning around and going down these things. Oh my. Alright, this is only like 1 minute into it. Okay, we came down the wooden ones, then we came down that one. And then as soon as you get to the bottom of that one, there's a very steep one. You can't even... Wow. I should have went first and got video of you coming down to see how steep it is.
Oh, that's what I said. If you want me to ever take the camera.
There's the ladder we just came down. I am like 30 seconds away from the ladder. We just went around the corner. Bam. We're not making it far. This is good stuff.
You have more than enough time to do it.
This is beautiful. Look at us. We haven't got any farther. The rock spike behind me. This is just, you can't even see it. This is just pretty much straight down with what you quote unquote call switchbacks. I'm not sure. This is cool. This is just cool. I think we're headed up that rock scramble.
Oh, do you see there's a hiker sign up there?
Yes, there is. See if I can even get it. See the little hiker dudes? We gotta go up this rock scramble. I got 26 pounds. Lindsay's got what, 30? 33. All right. Oh my goodness. We had to take our packs off to climb up some rocks. Got to the top, put the packs back on, and realized now we gotta take them off again. Maybe. I think we might be able to make that. Let's see. I think there's another one.
Okay, I think I should have taken mine off. Can I take mine off here and throw it through?
Yeah. Wow. And then you come out to this.
The only way to get
Beautiful. Here's the arrows. And we gotta go in there.
I'm gonna go in or do
It's supposed to be like hail and thunderstorms chances. Doesn't look too bad. Let's see. It is 12:30 and we're probably a little over halfway, maybe such as, if you look at the map, it's that top really squiggly part. Now we're trying to find the trail. It's really poorly marked, but if you keep your eye on it, they have them every, you look for the little green people or the bright orange arrows, and we're not finding anything. There we go. Wow. We found our little guy up here. Look at that.
guy right there. I thought it was going to off that way.
Oh yeah, there's one there too. So we are going way up that. We are hiking up this waterfall. We're going to stop and have some lunch first though. This is just too nice. All right, we're stopping. We're going to get some water. I'm eating some ramen. Lindsay Phil got boo-boo. She don't want no gangrene. We're sitting, we've climbed partway through those rocks and decided this would be a good place to get some water and have a rest for lunch. It is about 12:40. We're about 10 minutes past where we were eating, and we're following these shoestrings on the tree because we haven't seen any markings. And now I don't know, we're trying to figure it out here. We've lost the shoestring trail. We think it's a shoestring killer. We're not sure. He just led us into the woods to, I don't know. Let's go through here and see. We're also looking for the Devil's Den. Oh, there's a little hiker thing on this tree.
I know, it looked like it, but look at this trail. I mean, obviously we're not going up into there.
Wow.
Unless we go down along the bottom here.
That would be not. All right, it is, well, 1:50. And there is the campsite that when we got done eating our lunch, we traipsed through there and went over there and somehow went around a mountain and we're right back up at the top. We could have just walked up this hill and went down the path that we're about to go down. But we went around on the map. It's that big loop-de-loop-de-loop on the top of the map. That's where that starts. So you could cut off that whole loop-de-loop and just come up the hill. But we wouldn't have had a pretty lunch spot and missed some of the caves. So there you go. We're coming from back there. And come down here, and there's actually a little arrow hiker guy over there, but I was about to go through here. Look at this. Wow, look at that. Okay, I gotta be careful. This is all mossy. Wow, I'm gonna walk back in here a little bit. This is crazy. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Are you kidding me? Sorry, I'm not very steady. Oops, puddle. This is probably better off as a far shot. Make sure I go back out. Wow. Ooh, puddle. Ooh, that was a deep one. The whole sock's wet. Wow. We came from up there. All right. It is what? 1 o'clock. I think we're going that way. There's an arrow over there. This is right outside that cave. It's a tornado shelter. And the shelter. Pretty cool. Check this out. Like, we had to crawl through here on our hands and knees. There was no other way. This is just minutes from where we were just at with that beautiful rock tornado hiding place. Wow, you did that much better than I did. And we'll come out, head up that way. All right, so the sign says we're about a mile or so, a little over a mile past, or till we get to the trailhead. I'll show you this sign real quick. We're at Ice Castle Falls. Not much of a fall, but there's a campsite. It's got this weird green stuff. I don't know. That's just weird. So I'm kind of creeped out to camp here. I don't know why. Maybe we'll end up back here. We'll see. All right. Come down the rope. And then we go across the bridge. And there's a campsite over there. And I don't know which way to go. I bet. Oh, there's people. Yep. There's the hiking Sam and Patty on a tree, or Tom and Jerry. There's a campsite over here. Let's go take a look, see what we got. Huh. All right, we just came up. We decided we dropped our bags at that campsite and hiked the rest of the way out of the trail to see if maybe there's a better campsite. And we found one that wasn't far from the one we had chosen. So I think we're gonna pick up our packs and move back, but we hiked all the way back to the car. So we dropped our packs at that first site and then walked the rest of the way to the car without any packs. There hasn't been many people out here, so we're not worried about it. But what we did is when we popped up out of the trail, it pops up where we started at first this morning, where it says the Honey Creek Loop Trail. This is not where we parked. This is where you run into this first, and then what you do is we just kept on driving down the road, and right around a corner, there's the Honey Creek overlook, and that's where we parked. We thought we were going to pop up right there, get some water out of the car, you know, maybe sit in the air conditioning for a minute, whatever. And we have no car. It's down there, and we're too tired to walk that far. We got to walk 2 miles back to the campsite, no packs, to pick up our packs, to walk about a half a mile back to get a nicer campsite, and then set it all up. So it is 3:45 right now. Look at that beautiful sky. It's supposed to hail and thunderstorm all day. Now they've moved it to tonight and tomorrow morning, so we'll see. But where the campsite that we picked, it actually has overhangs and whatnot, so hopefully if it gets bad, we can just hide under the overhangs. But these two cars worry me because I'm afraid these people are down there hiking and they're going to get that campsite, because the one we're going to move to is actually the first one you see going down this trail. I mean, it's 2 miles in, but still. But I didn't see anybody with backpacks on, so I don't know. We'll see. We're checking in with everybody, taking a little break, And I do say, after we had that lunch break at that spot, there has been no water. Like, you've had standing water here and there, but not running water, and not many campsites. So just an FYI, if you go clockwise, you don't have water till the end. If you go counterclockwise, like we did, all the water's at the beginning. And then after that beautiful lunch spot that we had, it's gone. There's nothing after that. But we haven't had rain either, so maybe that makes a difference. So, all right. We've texted and called everybody. We're going to go back in, move our packs to the other site, and set up. Okay, we went all the way back from the car to the campsite, and we were going to move to a campsite that was a smidgen bit closer. When we got there, we could not find places to hang that were just not covered in dead pine trees. So we decided to just hike back to the car and figure something out. And as we're hiking back to the car, we see these little offshoots. And I had seen them before when we walked to the car, but I thought, yeah, they're probably for like emergency vehicles or something, because you go that way to get to the car. So we went back here to see what we could see. There's nothing. And there's actually a little hidden campsite back here. So we're gonna stay back here because the only options we could find in the other one were hanging across the path. That didn't seem right either, so we just dove down this one. Didn't really hope for a whole lot, and there's actually a nice little hidden one back here that you wouldn't know unless you walked back here to go see it. So, it's about, what time is it? 5:46. And we are cooked. It is too hot to have a fire. It says it feels like 95 out here. Like 84, but feels like 95. All right, let's see what we got here. Skeeters are out. All right, we got a few more options back here. Got a few dead trees, but it's workable. This is what we're doing for home tonight. All right, I'm almost set up. I just got to do my tarp, and she flipped her tarp over just to kind of, it still feels very sticky and hot, but there's no breeze back here. But this is a nice little site. I carried all this, my fire knives and kindling. I mean, no way. The little thing says it's 84, but feels like 95. It's a stinger. So we're not going to do a fire, but tomorrow's going to be 10 degrees cooler, so we might do it then. But there we go. "7:45, and we are packed up. We haven't quite eaten breakfast yet, but it is thundering, and the radar said, but around 8 o'clock we're going to start getting some rain. So we packed up quick and just going to go to the car and repack and eat breakfast there. Okay, so when you come down the Honey Creek Loop Trail Road, this is the first sign you come to, and you have to keep going down the road till it dead ends to get to the overlook and to park there overnight. But actually, we parked here overnight. The campsite that we stayed at is 30 minutes down this way. Off to the right, it's at a crossroad where it doesn't look like a campsite, but it's just it looks like a crossroad for like an emergency vehicle. And it's about 30 minutes down there. There's one about 10 or 15 minutes maybe from here. Don't do that one. Well, that one doesn't have a fire ring or places for hammocks, but it'd be a good place for a tent for a quick overnight. But if you want hammocks and a fire pit, that kind of thing, a fire ring, then you got to walk about half an hour off to the right. Walk back there a little bit, and there is a campsite, and that's where we stayed. We came back to the car because it's raining, and it looked like it was going to do rain for a couple hours, so we just hurried up and stuffed everything in our bags before it rained. It didn't start raining until we were walking, so everything's still dry, but it's just stuffed in the bags. So we're going to undo the bags, have some breakfast, repack them the right way, and then I think we're gonna hike down. We're gonna leave everything in the car and then just hike down to Burnt Mill and do that for the day real quick without any packs because it's only 4 miles. Hike back to the car, get the packs, and set up at a campsite that we see today. But we're just gonna sit here and wait for the rain to stop for a minute and get something to eat because I think we get a 4-hour break before the thunderstorms hit. So we want to hike the Burnt Mill quickly in the 4-hour break, get back to the car, ride out the storms in the car, and then we'll go back to a campsite that we find and set up. So that's the plan. All right, it is 10 o'clock and we're gonna go hike this trail backpackless. It's 4.2 miles. We're just gonna run around it, see if we can find some campsites, and then we'll walk back to the campsite later today. Look at that, somebody shot right through the, I gotta show you the back. There's the back of it. Okay, so we're parked up there, walked down. We were just so busy chit-chatting and talking, didn't even realize the bridge comes to an end. Huh, guess we're not going this way. But, it's pretty cool. And look at these, this. See if you can see them out there. Oh boy, I thought my finger in the way. There are cairns right in the middle of the river there that people set up. That's pretty cool. We've seen a few people's videos on this, and they hammock right by the water, and we think that's where it is right there. So we'll see, but yep. We still haven't got started. Apparently we're gonna walk right off the edge of the bridge. But check this out. People wrote on the bridge, although I'm all not about that. At least they wrote something good. All right. So when you see that sign, that's where you pull in. There's my car, there's the bathroom. And then if you go down, there's a bridge there, but that's the bridge that falls apart. And you got all this picnic area. Behind me is where the trail starts. So see the car up there. You come down and it starts right there. And there's a little green guy and a sheltoey. All right, we're about 5 or 10 minutes into the hike, and this is like completely different than yesterday. This is just flat and a little more overgrown-ish, buggy-ish, but it's flat, which has been nice. And the river, whatever it is right there on the other side. This is like, I don't know, 5 minutes later. About 1 minute later, you run into this. Can't get down there, but it's beautiful. Look how bushy this is, though. Like, my legs are getting soaked right now because of the water on this. This is so overgrown, which is crazy because you think a lot of people do this, but wow. An hour-ish, 45 minutes into the trail, and we found this campsite. There's been 2 other campsites before this that you could hang hammocks at. Actually, one of them you really couldn't. You could only hang one. They've all been tent accessible, but this one is humongous. So this is about an hour in to the trail. You can see we got like I don't know if you can see that bench. That is hilarious. Somebody like tried to create a bench. That's funny. Yep, this is where we'll be hanging tonight, but we're only an hour in, so we're gonna keep hiking. Still raining. It's about 10:45. All right, here's another one 2 minutes down the lane from the last one. All right, so this is like another 2 minutes down the trail, maybe 5 minutes. You just come up on, it's just beautiful. Just beautiful. All right, after you walk out of that little scene I just showed you, you walk through here. It's like you're kind of walking through a rocky crevice area. It's like you're just walking underneath all these. It's just a cool little, you're just walking in between, these rocks everywhere. don't know if this does it any justice whatsoever, but it's a cool feeling. You're walking in between these canyon-looking things. And then you come out of that rocky thing, and then you gotta climb up these rocks here, which is cool. And by the way, we haven't had water. I mean, you're walking around the creek the whole time, but you really can't. There's a couple chances, I guess, we could have got down there, but it's not like you're walking next to it. Look at this. Isn't this just cool? Wow. And you're walking in sand, by the way. This is all sand. Well, now it's mud. This is all sandy, and this is just completely different hike. Different feel. It's like jungly back here. It's really neat. All right, we finally made it down to some water. We got all the way down here to filter. I don't even know if you can see it. My finger keeps getting in the way. There's just all kinds of little friends in there that we don't want to filter. All right, we still don't have any water. Like, we have water, but we haven't found any to filter yet. All right, we just came across another campsite. This is probably, I don't know, 45 minutes from the last campsite, maybe. I'm horrible with that stuff. But on the All Trails map, it's almost at the end of the path, and we went counterclockwise on the path. And it says it's a loop. I'm not sure how this trail is a loop right now, because we haven't crossed to the other side of the, like, the river is over there. We feel like we've just done a straight line the whole time, but on the All Trails, we're almost at the end going counterclockwise. So that's where this one is. Okay, so we just got out of the trail. Oops, that's the wrong side. We just did the 2.9. We've got 1.4. You'll see this when you drive down the road to the overlook. This is about halfway to that overlook. You'll see this little, but you just keep driving down there. But you'll see this, and so you'll go across here, and it looks like there's another sign over here. We're headed to the Burnt Mill. We're doing the Burnt Mill loop. We got about, oh, we got Beaver Falls. I wonder what that was. Huh, because you can go that way. So that's the Beaver Falls. It's 2 miles that way. Oh, okay. And Honey Creek Loop is that way as well. Isn't that interesting? All right, well, we're going to go this way and finish this loop out, Burnt Mill. Huh. All right, we stopped here to get some water. This is literally the first chance you have to get water, and we're having to walk out there because there's all those little buggies and fishies right here. So we walked out to right about there, and it's about knee-high, and just scooping up some water, and then I bring it back, and then Lindsay filters it out. Otherwise, we got to go to Walmart because we're almost done with the trail, and we've walked next to this, but you can't get down to it, or when you get down to it, they just have these little pockets, and they're just full of these bugs. So, and I don't know, it's been raining all day. It's not heavy, but it's been raining that you'd think some of the little creeks would fill up, but they're not. So it hasn't been heavy enough. There's actually a little, let's see, zoom in. There's a little jump rope right there, which this is really shallow. I'm walking in it, and it's knee deep. Unless it's like really deep over there, that's kind of concerning. But yeah. So I don't even know where we are on the map because the map won't pull up. I would have thought we would have been there by now. But I guess we're like, well, my usual, an hour away from the sign when we saw it. I don't know. So, all right, we're going to keep trucking. I'll show you these rocks right here that I got to walk across. We thought they'd be slippery, but they're actually very coarse hair. It feels like a beard, a very coarse beard scratching your feet as you go across. It's really, really nasty. Goodness. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, there is a billy goat. We're still in the same spot. There is a billy goat. Shut the door.
I can't see him now. Oh, there he goes. He's up on the hill.
Oh my goodness, how funny is that? We're still at the same spot we collected water. We haven't moved. It's like an hour later, of course. Wow. That's crazy. Let's see if I can get a picture. It is now 3:15. We are still sitting in the same spot. We've been watching this dude for hours. But he's been hiding behind the trees. We're waiting for him to come down and get water, but he's just been kind of moseying up and down the bank, eating the leaves. I have never seen a goat in the woods before. This is cool. Oops, we lost him. We are still here watching this goat. I don't know if I videotaped this or not. I think I did. We've been here a couple hours. Just watching him mosey up and down. We got water, and I filtered water earlier. It was right there. He's just up on that rock. Up and down. I guess not a billy goat. I think it's a mountain goat. It's 3:15. Alright, we just walked up the hill from where the water was, and this was a campsite up here, which has potential to look really nice little campsite, but just by the looks of this tells me we're probably pretty close to the car. That's where we came from, like a minute down there, not even a minute. That's where we're sitting, and I mean, they even have a bucket of butter sitting there. This is, wow, you get beer bottles down the path down there. So we're gonna see how far this is from the car. Maybe go get a garbage bag and get some of this cleaned up. This is just gross. But it's a nice campsite. They even chopped the tar out of this tree. No pun intended. I mean, you go up here. To me, it looks like somebody's like living here. You mean you got a sleeping bag, you got all kinds of cans underneath of there. You got a chair back here. I don't know. I'm gonna call them when we get home. You even got this little blue. You got blankets hanging in the tree. You got shirts over here in the tree. There's flip-flops underneath that blanket and socks and ugh. That is right after that yucky campsite. This is a minute or two later. We get to walk under here and just walk down this little. That's pretty cool. Okay, I wanted to show you where the trail came out. So we took a picture of this bullet shot through the sign at the beginning, and the actual trail is right behind that bullet sign. You wouldn't notice it. When you do the whole trail, you will come out from down there. So it's right behind this, and then there's the bullet sign. So you can either start here or end here. We ended here. So this is the end of the trail. You will come up and just pop out onto the street. And then you'll go across to there, to the parking lot. What, 6 o'clock? People come down here, so it's Sunday afternoon. This was actually really packed about an hour ago. The people come down and just come down. This is the Burnt Mill Bridge Circle that we hiked today. There's the half bridge up there. But yeah, Sunday afternoon, this is full of people just sitting in the water and having a good time. Okay, so it is 8 o'clock, and we are at the third campsite that we saw this morning when we were videoing. So if you come in on the path, if you park in the Burnt Mill parking lot, and if you don't go across the street to go onto the Burnt Mill, but you actually get onto the hike from the actual parking lot, this is the third campsite in. And you can't really get down to the water, but at least you can hear it. And I guess you might be able to get down there. It's a little tricky. But it's a little muggy. It's like 80-something degrees, a little muggy, but it's not supposed to rain tonight, so we should be okay. I mean, it's a very big, it almost looks like a Boy Scout campsite. So that's where we're at. This is what it looks like from our site at 8 o'clock at night in June. Sun going down. It's beautiful. This is about a half an hour. This site is about a half an hour's walk. Took us about a half an hour to walk here with packs on. And that wasn't really hoofing it. That was just kind of strolling, so. So you can get down here, I guess. This little path here. Whoop. Huh. Yeah. Ooh. Heavens. So yeah, you can walk out here. Alright, so let me scan here. It looks like it's raining, but it's not. I think that's all bugs. It's really shallow. All the way out to where I think where it's really bubbly. That gets a little deeper. But it's shallow enough you can walk in, although we talked to a ranger earlier and she said it was kind of low for the end of June. But yep. I always hate these feet shots, but I wanted to show you that it was not deep. This is it. And it doesn't feel slippery. We're just looking down at that. Sun going down. Isn't that beautiful? And if I keep turning up in there, oh, hold on. There's our campsite. And keep turning, and this is what is behind us. There's this little frog. He's like staring me down. Like I'm only like 2 or 3 feet away from him. 3 at the most. He's just staring me down. Good morning. What is it? 7:30, 7:20. Very pretty. This is where we're having our breakfast. Right by the water. And then we were camped back there. So pretty. Lindsay has climbed all the way, walked all the way across the little lake river and decided to have her coffee up on a rock. Now it's iced coffee now. It's coffee. Yeah, it is Clear Fork Creek early in the morning. Well, 8 o'clock in the morning. It's beautiful. The sun's coming in. And I guess it runs into Cumberland or Big South Fork Cumberland River or something. Yet it's where we're camping up there. It's still dark. That's where we go up at. And then that's where we'll hike out at up there. We are sitting up on the rock in the middle of the... We had to walk across all that water. Oh my God! Sorry, my chair blew over. I lost my chair down the rock. The other side is beautiful.